Now you may be asking yourself, Hayden, why are you making a lazy river in a silt pond with a couple of little pools in it? And my response to that would be, this is America. I have no idea if any of this makes sense to anybody. It barely makes sense to me, okay? Good morning, guys. Back out here in this pond. I don't even know what day it is, but it's a few days after I got the mud buried a few days ago and had to wait on the surveyors to come stake this thing. We don't have GPS, which that would be a huge advantage if we did, especially for something like this, but we don't have that, so no big deal. We'll make do. This is how they did it back in the Pilgrim days. As you can tell, there's about 150 stakes out here, and it's very confusing. I know you can't really tell on camera, but we have these blue and white stripe, and we have the blue stripe, or just solid blue. So inside of this solid blue line, let me check. So this line goes here, comes out, and circles back around to right there. So this area where my hand is, inside of here, is a foot higher than this area. I don't understand why they made this thing like this, but they did. So this area is a foot higher, and this area coming through here is all flat until it gets to these blue and white stripe stakes. Looks kind of like a circle. This is 3 foot deep. It's a hole right here, 3 foot deep. Why are we digging a 3 foot deep hole in a already flat humpy pond? I don't know. So don't ask me. I'm not an engineer. If I was, the world would probably be a better place, if I'm gonna be honest. All right, so this is basically the pond elevation. So it comes around all of this area. All of this area is 1 grade. And I'll be honest, basically what we're making is a lazy river. As stupid as it sounds, and as stupid as it is, we got a little lazy river going on here. So this to my left is 1 foot higher. This is all flat. These stakes, you probably can't tell the flags, but these stakes, that coming around, whoop, is 1 foot higher. So in between here where this water is 1 foot lower. That's higher, that's higher. So we're making our little lazy river. I'm not walking through the mud. I know this is a weird intro, but you know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Pachow, what do we see over here? A little bit of blue and white. What we got? Another deep pool. This one's small, maybe 12 feet long, 8 feet wide, something like that. Ka-ching. All right, we're still in the lazy river. This side is the humped up area. Oh, river takes a little S-turn. Coming right through here. We're still in the river. Still in the river. You know, this area, a little humpy over there, about 1 foot humped up. Ka-chow. All right. Coming up through here. We're just floating. We're going the opposite way of flow, but we're just floating down this lazy river real quick. Ka-ching. All right. You got these two blue and whiteys, and these closer blue and whiteys. This is a deep pool. Pachow. All right. Now you may be asking yourself, Hayden, why are you making a lazy river in a silt pond with a couple of little pools in it. And my response to that would be, this is America. All right. Do with that what you will. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Maybe you can decipher that out, but it's America. All right. I'm gonna freaking put a lazy river in the silt pond with a couple pools in it. Okay. With little humpy dumpies over there, a humpy over there. That is this pool. This pool. This area, the lower section. That's this area. And it comes up through here. Maybe it will make more sense. It comes up through here. This area is a foot higher. That's your hump section. You go whoop right there. Foot higher. Whoop. Ooh, down through the pool. Come back. Oh, miss it. Another foot higher. And there's our pool up there at our pipe. I have no idea if any of this makes sense to anybody. It barely makes sense to me. Okay, so if it doesn't make sense, there may be something wrong with you, honestly, but don't feel bad because it doesn't make sense to anybody else. So I am going to start right here, digging this pool out, and throw the dirt pa-ching up here on the shallow land zone. And then we'll grade the old shallow water zone real quick. Hit her with that skirt on there like that. Should have it done in about 30 or 40 minutes, you know. Easy work. And we'll go eat lunch and then go home after that. So yeah, y'all stick with us, and I'm gonna contemplate a few life decisions and see if I want to keep doing this stuff for the rest of my life real quick. And then I'll pick y'all back up whenever I start digging. All right, how about that? Does that work for everybody? Okay, good. you guys. So, we got that pool dug out, kind of roughed in. I haven't even shot the grate on it, or I haven't shot the whole bottom. I've shot part of it and it was close. So now I'm up in the higher area, the higher section. The skid steer's working in the flat section, and I don't know if you're able to follow me or not, because I mean it's even kind of confusing to me, and I'm sitting here looking at it in real life. So the camera sometimes it's hard to get a grasp of what we're doing. You don't really have good depth perception or anything, so on camera. So but anyway, I'm just kind of spreading this dirt out on the high area. And I was gonna say, that is not our cat skid steer. That's my cousin. He just started his own company. It's called 2717 Grading. It's like Proverbs 27:17. He has an Instagram page and a YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, he'd be more than happy that you would. But yeah, he just bought that skid steer. Just got it last week, and has done a few jobs with it. And he didn't have much going on today, so instead of me going all the way to South Carolina to get one of our skid steers, he was just like, my boss said, just call him and tell him to come out here. So it would have taken me probably half a day to go back and get the trailer, and then go down there and get the skid steer and come back. Probably would have been 1 o'clock by the time I got here. So it's probably just makes more sense to tell him to come over here for a day or two. So he's gonna be helping us right now. But yeah, we're just kind of roughing this thing in, and then I really don't know. Most of the time, whenever I do a job, I've done it before, so I know the process. You know, it just kind of clicks off. This one, not so much. I've never done one of these, so I don't really have a process or a system down pat yet. So I'm just kind of doing this here, doing this there until I figure out what works. And yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's really not that complicated once you get your mind wrapped around what it is. But that first initial head scratching is definitely a head scratcher for sure. I don't understand why they think this is a good idea to do this, but like I said, an engineer makes 5 times what I make per year, so they must know something I don't know. Alrighty guys, so I have got this thing done here. It's not perfect, but honestly it's going to be underwater, so who cares? Does anybody care that this doesn't look perfect? Alrighty guys, so up here on the upper end of the pond now, I think it's Friday morning. This is the only pipe coming into the pond, and also it's draining from the swells from these backyards of these houses into here. There is the second pool that I did yesterday. That would have been the last thing you would have seen. And where that dirt is piled up is a shallow land zone, so that's a 1 foot higher area. And then in between these stakes right in through here is the bottom. So this is our last deep pool. All these stakes come back to those two, so it's almost like a triangle or a teardrop shape, I guess you could say. Alrighty guys, so we're done for the day here. I got that pool dug and I got this island kind of roughed in with the excavator. That pool was nothing but rock, so that's all that is, big boulders and stuff. I'm gonna have to throw it up here, dig a bar pit up here, and bury the rock. We'll spread the dirt out. But from here, that way is done. We'll have to clean this slope up next week, but really, Lord willing, we won't have but a few days left. I need to lay this slope back around here, but you know, there could be power lines, gas lines, whatever in here, so I stopped digging with the excavator. They're going to come locate it hopefully Monday, and really, hopefully we'll be out of here halfway, you know, Tuesday or Wednesday. Thanks guys, thank y'all for watching. God bless you, Jesus loves you, and I do too. Thanks guys.